Good morning. Mask. I hate to beat a dead horse. So, because I'm beating a dead horse, this one is going to be short. A woman driving while wearing a mask has a car accident because she passed out while breathing her own carbon monoxide. Sorry, carbon dioxide. I interchange monoxide and dioxide often because every time I think carbon dioxide, I'm thinking carbon monoxide. And I'm thinking carbon monoxide because I imagine how, or old articles, or old stories about the old couple who no longer wish to be on this plane, and they get in their car and they start it inside their garage with the doors closed and they die. Maybe you've heard stories like that. If not, they're not hard to find. And it's very similar, although not as profound, as breathing your own carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide is waste from your body, but it is a benefit to trees who breathe that, take that in, and return oxygen to the humans, even the sheeple running on this planet. A woman crashed her car into a pole and killed while wearing a mask because she passed out breathing her own waste. So I did something that many of you don't have time to do or not at the point where you're asking why to do. And I looked into the research on masks. Surgical masks that doctors wear do not prevent flu. Is flu stronger than your CV-19? Yes. I will put it this way. Less people have died from CV-19 than have died from the flu. That is an unavoidable fact, including all of the death certificates that were stamped COVID-19, regardless of their pre-existing condition. Prior to 3-4 months ago, a person who was dying of whatever disease was dying of whatever that disease was. And in this environment of COVID, those same dying people that have died, many of them were stamped with the stigma of COVID-19 and the pre-existing condition that was killing them prior to 3 months ago is completely ignored. You sheeple need to be shaken loose. You do. And I'm going to continue to find women who are asking why and starting to get angry and put them in the description. Because apparently our words don't matter. We have not gone to your Western schools to get the title of doctor. So the fact that I feverishly, no pun intended, studied this information for the last 14 years. Well, what made you study the information? 14 years ago, I wasn't feeling well, and these doctors gave me several diagnoses. One of them was thyroid. I needed it to have my thyroid removed. Is what this Nigerian doctor stated. I needed to have my thyroid removed 14 years ago. And so they set me up where they run this dye through my system so they can identify where the problem is, so they can use that paperwork to cut out my thyroid. And they were going to do it. And I was a sheeple at the time. And a woman I never met, a white woman who was an anesthesiologist, refused to administer the anesthesia so that I could have that procedure. I never met her. I'm thankful to her. Never met her. She refused. And the doctor was pissed. And I and I asked myself, why did some woman I never met, the fact that she's white is irrelevant, but I just say that. Interesting enough, because the doctor who wanted to cut me was black. Needless to say, I didn't have that operation, but what they did do was ship me 90 miles to another hospital in Charleston, South Carolina. And those group of fucktards decided that I needed a heart transplant. And they did a very good job of scaring the fuck out of me. All of them in the room. It's a group. You need a heart transplant. This is what's wrong with your heart. You're having a large heart. And don't worry. We have a heart for you. So that's great news. And as they left the room, my spider senses is just all off the chart. Now, millionaires sometimes cannot get hearts. Millionaires. And I am so lucky that I just happen to be in the right place in the right time where I have an enlarged heart and I'm not supposed to worry because these doctors have identified a suitable heart for me to remove the heart that's currently in my chest. No, thank you. Fuck you. I sat up in the bed and I wasn't feeling good. I sat up in the bed 14 years ago and I told those doctors, I looked them all in the eye and said, I'm not sure about where the heart that you plan to put in me came from, but I am sure about the heart that is already in me. It was 9 of those doctors in the room, 8 males, 1 female. The female doctor was a white woman named Melissa, and I kicked all of the males out of that room. Out of them, dismissed them, you're fired, get the fuck out. You're not doing the surgery on me, you fucking stupid, get that fuck out of here. And I sat Melissa down and I said, listen, I don't know what's going on in these IVs. I'm not sure why I'm so weak. But I need to get the hell up out of here. So what I want I want potassium fed through these IVs. Okay? Potassium. Not now. Right now. In the course of 4 days after that, these hospitals have these wings that you can walk around. And I couldn't walk that far, so I'd walk 10 feet, take a break, and then I'd walk 20 feet in a circle on the hospital floor, take a break, up until the point where I could do a lap. And then 1 lap became 2 laps, and 2 laps became 5 laps, and 5 laps became 10 laps. When I felt strong enough, I said, it's time for me to go. Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm out of here. You're not getting my heart. You fucking crazy. You expect me to believe that in this crazy ass society that you got spare hearts available for random niggas? I don't mean to make this race, but I'm just telling you my thought process. The fuck out of here. Any reasonable mind could come to that same conclusion. The fuck out of here. That's 14 years ago. I'd be 50 soon. I'm still playing full court basketball. Get the fuck out with my own heart. Get the fuck out of here. You are walking around breathing your own carbon dioxide. And every study that I put my hands on, and there's a lot of studies on mass. Well, why don't you list the studies in the description? Fucking Google it. Get the fuck out of here, you lazy cocksuckers. Get the fuck out of here. Nothing special about us. We have the ability to ask why. And you have to explain it. And it has to make sense with us, to us. And it has to resonate with us. And if it doesn't resonate, I'm going to find out why. Now, I will work 8, 10 hours, sometimes overtime, whatever. And then I would ignore hanging out or watching 6 hours of TV to learn something. You better learn something. You better learn something. You eat lunch in the cafeteria at work, and everybody's got on masks until it's time to eat. Why? Because you can't wear a fucking mask while putting food in your fucking mouth. So you got a bunch of people spread 6 feet apart. Like that makes a fucking difference. Eating their lunch with no mask on. And everything's fine. But the second you leave the lunchroom, you don't have your mask on. Or if somebody sneezes, oh my God, he sneezed. Or if somebody coughs, oh my God, he coughs. You're fucking stupid. You're a retard. You're a retard. So you continue to wear your mask over your nose and over your mouth and breathe in your own carbon dioxide. That's what you do. You continue to do that. But don't look at me sideways for not following you. Okay? And don't be brave enough to make a comment at me if I should happen to sneeze during allergy season. You're a bunch of fucking retards. And I no longer have sympathy for you. There's a bunch of dumb people with smartphones. Google research on surgical masks. They don't prevent shit. They cause more. And y'all are reusing them. That's another thing. You're reusing the same mask. And some of you making homemade masks and washing them. Like that is something that's that protects you. You got your mask with your own little designs on. They come to work with their designs. They got starfish and ponies and seahorses on a mask. Oh man, I got this specially made for me. And you walk around looking like a weeble wobble, breathing in your own waste. You're a retard. And we can't help you. But I'm glad that women are starting to speak up. Because when men speak up, they disappear. That's another video. Link in the description. Thank you for coming. God bless you. Good night.